Hope it all fits. Let's help it, let's help it. We had a bit of a situation going down. I guess we don't have enough battery to make it to the end of the express lane where we can get off of it, and then we're just totally hosed. What's up, YouTube? We've got our best one yet for you guys. Welcome back to part 2 of our road trip to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Virginia. We're having a great time here. In today's video, we are gonna take a look at Water Country USA, Busch Gardens, and whether or not we make it home, including can we fit our family of 5, all of our luggage, including all the new stuff we bought. You buy souvenirs, you buy stuff that you then have to bring home. Can we do it? I don't know. You have to stay tuned to find out, guys. But first, let's go ahead and head out to Water Country USA. Massive overtaking in the last stretch there.
Yeah, we saw. Here comes my dad. Poor Mason, he started off.
That's right, number 1. How's Cabana life?
Good so far.
I was expecting something like, Cabana life is the only life. We're here. We're going there, then over here, then there, then here, 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 and there, and here, 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 here. Makes everything better. They always say to drink responsibly. Drinking responsibly with my life vest. So I've actually found the charging process not too bad. We charged up, back up to full at the Superchargers at Wawa when we first got here. We made it through the first 2 days without a problem. Tonight I'm probably gonna have to go back and charge back up to top off again, but that's not bad. We probably could do a third day if we really needed to. I don't like to run it that close.
No, maybe not. While you're at the Wawa, you can look for Devil's Backbone.
I actually think it's been pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Back to swimming. This is seriously the best ride ever. You just grab one of these life jackets, lay back and float. What we quickly found out at our one day at Busch Gardens and our other day at Water Country USA is that Busch Gardens has these crazy rules where they require specific mounts in order for you to be allowed to bring a camera on to capture the experience and share it with you guys. We have acquired said mount. We've got 1 day left at Busch Gardens. Now that we have all we need to get our special little camera card and to be able to take this camera on all the rides and share the experience with you. Enjoy, let's go. this uninterrupted first row view of a Griffin. You better hold on because this is pretty intense.
Now prepare to enjoy the power and speed of the mythical Griffin.
There's the edge. There's the edge. Oh my God. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Wow. That was awesome.
Vote below. Who do you think's the funniest?
This is always the struggle of trying to get everything to fit for the way home. Does it zipper? Do we have to do the jump on top? Would you like some help?
No, thank you.
Hi.
It's totally fine.
So here's everything we need to pack in the Model Y. Pillows. Here's our cart of stuff. Mason's pile. Tyler's pile, Brandon's pile, and then a few other little random bags. Hope it all fits. Here's the test. Does it close? Fingers crossed. Let's help it. Let's help it. Let's see what the front's looking like. Boom. We got it on a fit. And you all were concerned. No worries. Actually, I gotta fit this tripod that the camera's on right now. Not too sure how that one's working just yet, but Alright guys, if you are ever in the Williamsburg, Virginia area, this, right there, that is the place to go for a donut. You can't come here without going to Duck's Donuts. This is the stuff for goodness. See ya. Have a safe drive home.
You too.
On the road we go. We're going a total of 312 miles to get back home. It is having a stop at the same Supercharger again at the Springfield Mall. Apparently we should be getting there around 2:15, and then we'll be back home around 5:30. We'll be at about 30% when we get to Springfield. And yeah, we're gonna be cutting it a little close. So we'll have to hang out at Springfield and charge all the way back up, because I don't want to chance that. Yeah, so begin our journey home. About 2.5 hours on the road to Springfield. Oh man, 2.5 hours without coffee? That's gonna be brutal.
Let's roll. I have my coffee. I'm not as picky.
You know my body never known.
So, this is my favorite rides. Pompeii, and this is my favorite in the water park. The Big Daddy thing.
Big Daddy Falls.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Brandon, what was your favorite part about the trip?
My favorite rides were the Colossal Curl, and at the Real Park, it was the front row seat at Griffin.
How about you, Ty?
At the park for Bolton and Griffin, and at the water park, the Colossal thing.
Wait, Mom, now it's your turn.
My favorite part at the Water Country USA is Colossal Curl. I agree with the boys. And the other thing that I really like is Hubba Bubba Highway, just floating around.
You didn't even do it.
What?
Yeah, you didn't even do Hubba Bubba.
So it was a little chilly this time, but that is definitely my favorite, is Hubba
What's your
Bubba
favorite
Highway. That's my
part?
second favorite. Colossal Curl's my first, and Hubba Bubba's my second, but it was a really cold day when we went.
What's in the regular park? What's your favorite?
What was my favorite in the regular park?
Yeah.
I do not have a thinking face. So probably my favorite in the park, although it wasn't open, is the Sky Ride that takes you from place to place. That is definitely my favorite. And unfortunately, we didn't get to do it this time. The favorite that I had this trip was doing the Sea Dragon. What was that one called?
Oh, the battering ram?
Yes, my favorite this trip was the battering ram, the one where it's the big ship that goes back and forth. Mason and I kept having competitions with the people across from us each time we went. And what about you?
In the water park, it was the water coaster, and then Colossal Curl was really cool too. And then in Busch Gardens, Griffin and Verbolten, they were just unbelievable.
All right, we're good now.
My body never known. I keep dancing with the devil, but it isn't all about you. My body never known. I keep dancing with the devil, but
Okay, so we had a bit of a situation go down. We were on 95 and the option came open to get on the express lane. And then all of a sudden our directions on our infotainment just kind of went berserk and then said we didn't have enough energy to make it to the stop, and it just kind of canceled on us. And we were like, oh, well, that's fun. I guess we don't have enough battery to make it to the end of the express lane where we can get off of it, and then we're just totally hosed. We couldn't get the infotainment system to give us any direction. We ended up jumping onto our phones. Waze told us that there was an exit off of the expressway that was about 20 miles down from where we were. We did that. We got off as soon as we could. We went back to the infotainment system, and now it's showing us that we were back fine. Actually, it was taking us past the Supercharger we were supposed to get off at Springfield Mall, and it wanted us to go to Baltimore, Maryland and hit up the Supercharger there. We opted not to. We're still going to go to Springfield Mall because we kind of want a stretch break. Some of us have to use the restroom.
Half the car.
It was a dicey little bit there in the vehicle. It was, yeah, things got a little weary.
Choice words, too.
Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I have to use the restroom. It's been a little stressful in this car.
We fueled our bellies up a little bit, emptied our bladders a lot of bit. I think we're ready to get rolling, right? We were at 32% when we first plugged in. And we charged all the way up to 96 when we unplugged, and it took about 45 minutes or so. We've got 178 miles left on our journey, about 3 hours and 16 minutes. We'll get home about 7 o'clock. And we'll have about 18% battery when we get home, which is pretty solid. I'm pretty comfortable with 18%. Back on the road we go for another 3 hours plus. Hey guys, we're in the car for another 3 hours.
Yay!
I'm so happy.
my body never known. I keep dancing with the devil, but it isn't all about you.
We have finally made it home. Man, was that a long drive. So we made it home with about 18% left on battery. It is 10 after 7. I'm gonna have to look back and see what time we actually started this trip, but it feels like it was a solid 8 hours on the road. Man, that was awful. The whole drive back was nothing but traffic. Now, I will say, having autopilot definitely makes it a lot easier to navigate that traffic. I think I would have lost my mind if I didn't have autopilot and I had stop, go through all that. We're feeling pretty fried at the moment, so Michelle and I will jump on camera and recap all of our thoughts about the trip and the Tesla and how the whole thing went tomorrow. And then, of course, we come home to this. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember from that shot in part 1, which, by the way, if you haven't watched part 1 of this vlog, you need to do so. The card's right here. Go watch part 1. It was awesome. This vlog will make a lot more sense if you go watch part 1. If you did watch part 1, when I drove past the house and said buy house, all these holes, they weren't here. But now they are. Hole there, giant hole there. Yeah. Look at that. They're digging a giant hole to have all of our drainage in our yard go all the way to here so it can kind of sit here.
Tomorrow.
Now that we've had a chance to sleep on things, what are your thoughts about how everything went?
We were in a lot of traffic, and the positive of the drive home was it was a long drive, but the Tesla actually handled it really well, didn't lose battery the way that I feared it would while we were sitting in traffic with the air conditioning pumping and electronics charging and everything else.
Yeah, I was really shocked by that. Like, I almost feel like our estimated consumption went up when we were in traffic as opposed to going down, which is what I thought too. Yeah, I agree. The drive home being brutal had nothing to do with the Tesla. It would have been brutal if we were in the most expensive car in the world. It was just frustrating because it was stop and go traffic the entire time. And the charging wasn't the problem. We stopped once, we ate, that was easy going both ways. The one thing I did kind of find not necessarily annoying was every other night having to go out and charge the Tesla back up at a supercharger. However, I will say, so the frequency of how often I had to go to charge was kind of our fault because once we get under 50%, when we're in a strange area, we just start to feel a little, I guess, range anxiety at that point. So we wanted to constantly be over 50%. I think we probably could have stretched that to like charge once in every like 3 or 4 days. I think we probably realistically could have.
I think part of it was too, we were with another family, so I just didn't want us to have to stop and charge one day when we really needed to go somewhere, just in case we decided last minute to go somewhere else. But we really probably could have gotten away with just charging once in the middle and once at the end of the trip.
For me, it wasn't extremely inconvenient because I'm up late at night anyway, editing these videos for you guys and stuff like that. So for me, I just sat there in the parking lot. I was on my laptop editing the video you actually saw last week. But for the average person, I could see that kind of being a pain in the butt. I also was a little concerned with on the way back how all of a sudden our directions stopped when we got into the express lane on 95. That was not only nerve-wracking, but it caused a lot of anxiety in our car. So that was a little concerning. And then we couldn't get it to come back on until after we got off the exit lane. So I don't know if that was a Google Maps issue. I don't know if it was a Tesla issue. I don't know if it didn't recognize the express lane. I don't know what was going on there, but that wasn't very fun. But the car did great. It was easy to drive. Autopilot was awesome, came in handy. I'll tell you what, it really makes me consider getting full self-drive. Putting the middle seat down was very helpful. Thank you again to that viewer that suggested it. Appreciate that.
On autopilot, we did notice that if you don't put your car links long enough, you are very much going back and forth. Like you're on like this awful roller coaster. But as soon as we made the car lengths longer, it worked well.
I used to have it set to like 2. However, what we noticed is when you're driving on a highway and you're going like 70, 75 miles an hour and all of a sudden you come up on traffic, it waits until the last possible second. All of a sudden it slams on the brakes, you lean forward and the cars behind you are like slamming on their brakes and you're concerned that you're gonna get rear-ended. So what we learned was if we extended that all the way up to like 7, 8 cars, it was stopping much sooner when it came up on traffic. And we noticed it didn't create as much of a brake force on us or the people behind us. We weren't as concerned that they had to slam on their brakes.
And the ceramic coating or whatever spray you used.
Yeah, from Hydro Silex.
Yes.
If you haven't checked that video out, Cards right here.
Amazing. No bug graveyard this time.
When we were there was a lot of sunscreen on the seats. And actually, I've been seeing a lot of questions in owners forums on Facebook and stuff about how to clean the seats, how to get sunscreen off the seats. That stuff from Hydrocelics with the interior cleaner, that just wipes it off. It's absolutely amazing. And that do-it-yourself ceramic coating on the outside, like Michelle pointed out, got rid of the whole bug graveyard issue. That stuff was pretty awesome. Use code LOCKET if you want to go pick up your own stuff. It's cheap stuff. I mean, the ceramic coating I think was like 35 bucks, or the interior cleaner was like 20 bucks. Use code LOCKET, it'll save you 20% when you go to their website. I'll put a link in the description down below. I was really impressed by the Tesla. It was comfortable to ride in. I don't feel like anybody was like on top of each other.
Nope, not at all.
And that was like the biggest concern that we had. I mean, that was the whole reason we kept the Traverse. You've seen it here. If you got a family of 5, the Model Y 7-seater is gonna be able to get it done for you. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Make sure to smash that like button.
If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Just hit that subscribe button. We got some great giveaways coming up, so make sure to hit the bell notification button while you're down there as well so you never miss an episode. If you're in the market to buy your own Tesla, make sure to use the Tesla referral code. Get that free 1,000 Supercharger miles. If you know a family member or a neighbor or a friend that has a Tesla, reach out to them, ask them for their referral code, use it so you each get 1,000 miles. If you don't know anybody that has a Tesla already and you want to buy one, our referral code is in the description down below. Use it to get your free miles. If you've used our referral code and you've taken delivery, which we've seen a ton of you guys have done recently, thank you very much, by the way, for that. Please send us a picture. Here's our email right here. Send us a picture of your delivery day. We want to share it with everybody and help celebrate your Tesla purchase. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in another one.
Thank you. So my favorite part, try that again.
My life. So,
Well,
this is the reason for the big sigh. You see that? Look at all those notes on there that she's got.
The cameraman that's normally
That's me.